Hey everybody, this is Chaz from YOGAmazing. I'm excited to let you in on a brand new sponsor to the show, and that is SunshineHealthDirect.com. Now, they are a distributor of Nature's Sunshine. Now, Nature's Sunshine has been in business for more than 40 years. They have over 500 products, and they've been recommended by healthcare professionals globally. Now, I take supplements every day, and it's definitely great products like Nature's Sunshine that I use. So when I was approached by SunshineHealthDirect.com for them to be a part of the show, it only made sense because I know everybody out there doing yoga is probably taking some form of supplement because it's natural. It's homeopathic, just like yoga. So if you want to support YOGAmazing, please support my sponsors and check out SunshineHealthDirect.com. Welcome everyone to this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. I'm Chaz, I'm your host, and welcome back. Now, I've been getting lots of questions from people, not only in the virtual world, but also in the real world about, Chaz, what are some basic poses I can do? What are some essential yoga poses or classes or something that I can do on a daily basis? So this class is about yoga essentials, just the basics. It's not about, everybody thinks that when you're doing yoga, you've got to be able to wrap your legs around your head and contort yourself. Untrue. That's not true. Because people who understand how to breathe properly and to move with correct alignment and to listen to the bodies is just knowledgeable as a person that can wrap their legs around your head. So the master is the person who can master the breath, who can master the move, and listen. And it doesn't matter how young or old you are, everyone can be that master, okay? It's that simple. So through these basic poses, yoga essentials, I'm going to give you, I guess you could call it like the essentials, the basics, the greatest hits that I think that you can do on a daily basis to keep you healthy and happy. So with all that being said, please send me an email for other ideas, chaz@yogamazing.com. Of course, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you're looking for the YOGAmazing archive or the video on demand or the YOGAmazing app or high-intensity interval yoga, go to the YOGAmazing.com website. It's all there. Remember, as we go through today's class, to breathe, relax, and have fun in this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. A great pose to always start in, I tell people, is child's pose because it helps you to focus and getting into the beginning of the class. You want to let everything else go. Helps you focus on your breathing. So from here, you're going to open up your knees, drop it down, drop your forehead to the floor, and just relax with each inhale and exhale. Just allowing your body and breath to sync, to make your yoga class become a dance, because when your body and breath are in synchronization, your body opens up. And just relax and breathe here. From here, let's bring it up to your hands and knees for the cat and the cow pose. Shoulders over the rings of the wrist, knees or hips width apart. And inhale, looking up, shoulder blades down, spread the sits bones. And as you exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, round, tuck, and squeeze. Now just set your own rhythm. Breathe and move. Definitely going to get a nice stretch here for the back. Also a great squeeze into the core, the abs, get a little bit of a ab workout as well here. So just breathe, follow your breath, and move with the breath. Then from here, let's bring it back to the center. We're going to dig our toes in the mat. We're going to take it back into downward facing dog. So we're going to come up, dig your toes in, push back. Remember, we're not going for a soft end. We don't want to be looking like this. Bend your knees, Push back, tailbone up, going for that inverted V. If your heels don't touch the floor, no big deal. That just means you don't touch the floor. Just let your body open up and just hang out here. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Draw the shoulder blades, move the shoulder blades away from the ears and down the back. Spread your fingers. Square the feet up, have the heels behind the feet. From here, I want you to walk your hands back. Walk your feet in a little bit, and I want you to just hang like a rag doll. Let your arms relax. Let your neck relax. So don't put any weight into your hands, just let them hang there, and just let your neck hang. Just relax. Great stretch for the lower back. And slowly bring it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Bring yourself to standing. Next, we're going to be bringing it into Tadasana, the mountain pose. Very, very simple pose, but very, very difficult because it's as simple as standing. But if we don't stand, because, when we're standing throughout the day, we're kind of like this talking to people, or we're out of whack, hands on the hip. And what you're doing is you're putting your body in all these different crazy positions. So by doing a mountain pose, it helps you to really work on your hamstrings, your lower back, your shoulders, your breathing. Because if you're slumped over like this, your body's going to be out of whack. Hamstring issues, lower back, constricting your breathing, okay? Mountain pose, basic, but brilliant. So shoulder blades down the back, rooting the feet into the floor, spread your toes, root your toes, draw the navel in, tucking the tummy in, tucking the tailbone under, shoulder blades down, fingertips to the floor, square your chin up, pull it back a little bit, your head, and activate everything. Touch your legs, tap your legs, muscles on. Everything's on like a light switch. Turn everything on. No lazy muscles. Everything's active. And then slowly release. Then now we want to open up our legs. We're going to be going into a warrior two. Now warrior two, we're going to try to get our heel to heel or heel to arch, depending on where you feel that's most comfortable for you. Heel to arch is best if you can. Heel to heel, it's more of a preferential for a lot of people. I like heel to arch, heel to arch. So arms up, big inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to bend that front knee. Now don't lean forward, don't lean back. Remember, future, past. Vertical spine, present. So knee over that ankle. You may not be as open as this. You may be here, okay? But challenge yourself. Make sure that knee's over the ankle. Imagine a bar going from your knee to your ankle. And you want to make sure that that back foot is flat. Don't lean forward. Stay squared up and sink into it. Gaze forward, deepen the breath. Activate the arms. Reach. Try to touch opposite sides of the room. Release, hands to the hips, big inhale, and as you exhale, just hinge. I just don't want you to go down too far, just halfway and stay here, grounding the feet in, deepen the breath. Bringing it up. Take the foot out to the other side. Warrior two to the other side. Inhale, exhale, sink into it. Remember, knee over ankle. Reach, don't lean forward, don't lean back. Present, right here in the center. Reach, gaze forward, deepen the breath. Draw the navel in. Flatten the foot. Don't let it cup. Flatten the foot evenly in the back. Release. Back to the center, hands to the hip. Inhale, lift into the heart. And as you exhale, again, halfway down. Neck neutral with the spine. up. Take the other foot out again, this time triangle pose. So again, we're going to bring it up, big inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to reach. I want you to reach this way, but I want your hips to go back. Feel like someone's got a rope and they're pulling your hips back, okay? But you're extending forward. So you want to square the body up. Don't be dropping that shoulder in. So you want to reach, and if you need a block, or you want to just go to here, or you want to put on a block, go over wherever you can. And you can put your hand on the floor if you're really open, or take it to the leg, but don't let your neck collapse. Keep it neutral with the spine, gaze up, or if it hurts, you can look forward, or you can even look down. Whichever one works for you. Deepen the breath. Feel like there's a balloon tied to your hand in the air, lifting you up off of this leg so you're not pushing into it too hard. And up. Hands to the hip. Whoop. Lots of balance there. And as you exhale, take it down just for a breath. Bring it up. Let's rotate it to the other side. Same thing. We're going to lengthen, reach, hips go back, lengthen forward, hand to the leg, block, or here, only going where you need to go, okay? Listen to your body. Everybody's in a different space. Look down, look forward, look up. Spine and neck are neutral. Deep breathing. Release, bring it up one more time, lift into the heart, and then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, take it down, and then slowly bring it up. Wiggle your feet in. Good. From here, bringing it into mountain pose for just a moment, getting our grounding feet into the mat, and then from here, we want to make sure that the foot that we're using to stand on is firmly ground in while we put the other leg up. So there's 3 different ways we can do this. You can use a kickstand version if you're really bad. You can hold something. Or you can bring it all the way up. And you could use a chair, you can use a wall if you can't get your balance. And you need to firmly root that foot, that standing leg, into the mat or the floor, hands to the chest. Set your gaze forward, your drishti, and just hang out here. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Big inhales, big exhales. Release. Let's rotate it to the other side. Of course, like I said, you can kickstand it or take it all the way up. Firming up this leg so you have a firm foundation. Hands to the chest, big inhales, big exhales, in and out through the nose. And then release. From here, we're going to stand in mountain pose, take a big inhale, lift into the heart. And then as you exhale, I want you to hinge down and I want you to squat. We're going to do a crow pose. A little challenging here, a lot more challenging than typical poses because it's about upper body strength. And you can, it may take you a little bit of time to get here, but when you're there, you get in the rhythm. Remember, you're building a shelf. So I'll turn this way a little bit so you can see. You want to push your arms into your legs, legs into the arms. There's some people that like to do it behind the legs. I do it on the inside, just a personal thing. There's just a couple different variations on it. Choose which one ever works for you, but I'm going to show you the way I do it. So you're going to start coming up on your toes. You're transferring the weight, because right now the weight's in your feet. We're going to transfer the weight to our hands. So all you got to do is come up, get your balance. You can do 1 foot at a time, just hopping up. And then eventually, you want to squeeze your arms and legs together and come up, bring your feet together. And hold it and breathe. And release. From here, we're going to walk back to a down dog. Just for a few breaths. And then we're going to bring our right knee through for a pigeon. Lift into the heart. And as you exhale, I want you to stretch it all the way on the floor. I'm going to stay here because I want to talk. Or you can even stay in this position. Now you're going to feel this right here in your cheek. So it's definitely where all that tension and stress is that you bring in on a daily basis. Goes into our hips, goes into our neck and shoulders. So breathe, send the breath to that tightness. And as you exhale, just release deeper and deeper into the pose. Slowly release, go back to a down dog, sink it in, and rotate to the other side. Lift into the heart, and again, lay it out, or stay here. You're gonna feel it again in the cheek, big inhales, big exhales, and just sink. Distributing your weight evenly, don't lean to either side. Distribute your weight, and just take it down. Remember just to surrender to the breath, just let it all happen. Slowly release. Let's take it back to one more down dog. Stay here and breathe just for a few moments. And release, drop to your knees, take it down to your stomach for cobra. So, chin to the floor, hands to your chest, elbows tucked in, big inhale. And as you exhale, bring it up. Remember, you're not using your hands. Think of like a T-Rex. They're there, but they're not really doing much. That's what we're doing here. So firming up your legs and your bottom, squeezing into the mat, into the floor, and you're using your lower back to lift you. Keeping your neck neutral with the spine. And release. Push it back. Stretch out your back. And bring it up, sit on your bottom. A couple more poses. We're gonna take it into a butterfly. So we're gonna peel our feet apart. Remember the butterfly, make sure your toes touch all the way down. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, deep in the breath. Slowly release, crisscross your legs, take a nice twisting pose, inhale, and as you exhale, twist looking over the shoulder. Release, so rotate to the other side, inhale, and exhale. Every time you do a twisting pose like this, think of it as a oil change for your spine, because every time you inhale and exhale, you're squeezing out all the old blood, and then when you release, everybody release, that fresh blood comes in there, and it's like an oil change for your spine. So very simple move, but very effective. From here, lying on your back, we're going to be doing a bridge pose. So lift your hips, tuck your shoulder blades, interlock your fingers, knees forward, don't let your legs splay or spread. Long neck, deep breath. And slowly release, bring it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Recline butterfly pose. And then from here, one big hug, squeeze it in, forehead to the knees, rock and roll side to side. And then stretch it on the floor. For Shavasana, the resting pose, arms to your side, palms up. Now this is where you just surrender, breathe, and allow the body, the mind, the breath to do the real magic of yoga, which is right now. Just surrender to the breath and just be at peace. Take the peace and the strength and share it. Namaste.